Hello everyone, this is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message, and it's Sunday, the 7th of December, 2014. For today's reading, I'm going to be calling on the Mixed Fairy deck that I have, Magical and Healing Fairies, and of course there's Guardian Angels cards thrown in there. So I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and let's see what the fairies' message is for us today. Okay, oh, nice. This one just jumped out of the deck here as I started to pull out for our message, and it's debt paid off. And it says, the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. Okay? So, you know, as I look at this card and its message for all of us, okay, I sort of get this feeling of it's not just about financial debt, but it's about moving away from you know, those feelings where we feel obligated and you know, like we owe people something. And you know, some of that is warranted, and we all have those times in our life where if someone's given to us a lot and we've been supported by them, you know, we do kind of want to give back, or in some way, you know, pay it back or pay it forward. But this has to do with, you know, paying attention to some areas where we feel overly obligated, like we really owe, you know, or being made to feel like we owe somebody something, okay? This is about being released from that, okay? And, but it's also, yeah, it represents a decision maybe that you've come to on your part where you're tired of being in debt. You're going to be making a plan and deciding to be done with it, okay? And so that you can move into the new year. It's like you're maybe thinking about chopping up your credit cards and just making yourself more liquid, staying within your means, and you know, making a decision that you're done with debt, okay? And that's debt of any kind, whether it's financial, you know, or as I mentioned earlier, that feeling of like, you know, always feeling obligated to do something, or for people to do something, you know, yeah, just that feeling of being, that you owe people something, or that you feel obligated to always be doing something or doing this or that. So it's a change that it's about releasing it, you know, paying it off, and moving forward. I do feel like in some cases this does have to do with a sum of money that comes in that allows you to pay something off, whether it's paying off your car, or you know, paying off a loan, or you know, whether it's a personal loan or something to the, you know, a bank or something along those lines. It is about that as well. So it's a good card to get, and it literally, in its description that Doreen wrote about in the book, you know, it signals an impressive shift in your financial situation, okay? And you know, there are opportunities being presented to you that will help you reduce the debt that you have, okay? So it's also where it's the holiday season, as I mentioned, it's kind of urging you to be mindful of, you know, how if you're creating more of that for yourself, and to, you know, looking at maybe that you're bringing a more careful eye to your expenditures, you know, and how much you're spending on the holidays, and as well as other things. So anyways, let's see what other message, if there is one, that comes along. Woo! Oh boy. There's 3 that jumped out here. As I asked for more information or other additional messages, we had be honest with yourself, okay? You know, be honest with yourself about, you know, your spending, and maybe the reasons why. Are you looking to just, you know, is it filling a gap for you? Are you going out, you know, and buying things for that need to fulfill some area of your life, you know? Sometimes when we have a lot of stress in our lives, you know, we go out and buy that new thing because it helps us to feel better, because we feel we deserve it. So it's just, you know, maybe urging you to just be honest with some about your own feelings about why you're, doing things the way you are. Or be real honest with yourself about a particular situation that's going on in your life right now. You can always be truthful and honest with yourself. Sometimes it's a little scary because we realize when we're honest with ourselves that we may need to make some changes. But the angels and the fairies will help you make those changes, okay? I also got a new location that popped out here. So, maybe that it's time to be honest with yourself about your living environment. That maybe you're not entirely happy where you are, and that you're being drawn to a new location, either in a new home, either in the same area or a different town, a different state, a different country, a different geographical area entirely. This card can also mean that there's a new location for you in your career, in your job, that some aspect of it is moving to a new location, or you're going to be assigned to a new location. So, and finally, laughter came up today. So to me this feels like, you're spending time with maybe some friends later in the day, and where you're just, enjoying the camaraderie. It's also a message to make light of things. Don't take life too seriously, okay? Lighten up, and learn to laugh at the sometimes you can laugh at the comedy of errors that go on in life. Instead of getting frustrated by them, ask the fairies to help you lighten up and just laugh about it. Because sometimes it really is just like, when all these different things go wrong, it becomes just so silly and laughable. And sometimes it's like, what, there's no way you could have orchestrated it. It's just ridiculous. So learn to lighten up. And this is also, I do feel, about hanging out with friends who make you laugh. And, and maybe that's part of what you need to be honest about, is maybe, you're looking to surround yourself with people who are just more lighthearted, who are, easier to be around, not so serious and not so dramatic, So you may be going to a new place to hang out that you haven't gone to before and having more fun as a result. So anyways, these are our messages for today. I hope you have a lovely Sunday, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.